Hello, guys! So, this new episode is how I stopped hiding and showing up fully as myself. That's a loaded one, to be honest. That's a loaded one. Before I even go into that, the truth of the matter is there's still aspects that I am working through in real time. So, I am speaking on this from the perspective of seeing visible and notable change from who I was 2 years ago to even 5 years ago, even a few months ago, while also acknowledging and accepting that in certain dynamics or in certain aspects of life, I'm still uncovering what that means and what that looks like. So, really, how I stopped hiding was just a gradual process. I believe, especially if you are someone who became very used to being hidden and just not presenting yourself in the ways that felt safe to do so. Or let me reword that. Not presenting yourself in a certain way because it didn't feel safe to do so. And depending on how long that was, it could be your entire life. To say overnight it's gonna be that easy for you to just fully go into this, like, oh yeah, I'm 1,000% me, I like this, I could do this in a blink of an eye. That's not the reality of it. It really isn't. And I think for me, what I really had to sit with and what I had to question and what I had to continuously check in with myself was, is it more important for me to be liked by others, or is it more important for me to like and love myself? And to be honest, for a very long time, the answer was, well, I'd rather keep the peace. I'd rather not cause any tension. So I will be uncomfortable with myself. I will secretly feel like a fraud so that I can make someone else feel comfortable with the illusion, because it's not necessarily even true, with the illusion that by me showing up in this specific way was going to make that other person content. And the truth of the matter is, there may always be situations where no matter what you do, someone will not accept you. And part of that is because they haven't accepted themselves. If not always. If someone doesn't accept you for who they are, it's because they haven't accepted part of themselves. Because the people that are walking in this life that can hold the most love, that can be okay with differences, that can be okay in discomfort, that can be okay with disagreement, that can be okay with someone choosing to walk a different path than theirs, is someone who truly loves who they are, who truly is so rooted in that it is okay to have those differences. It is okay to have disagreement. It is okay to really just be different. Just be different. And this stemmed a lot for me. It stemmed a lot in childhood of having to be perceived a certain way because there was this idea that was connected to safety, that was connected to not being abandoned. And although all of this was an illusion, that was reality for me in certain moments in time. That felt very real to me. So because of that, I automatically made that connection that anytime that I was in my full authenticity, I would be abandoned. Anytime that I was in my full authenticity, it wouldn't be safe or it wouldn't be accepted. And while that could happen with certain people, what I also came to learn and what I came to accept was that not everybody is for you. Not everybody is for you. And to take it a step further, there's certain dynamics in this lifetime that you will have to be with, right? And this comes more with family or, the person that you choose to marry, or really just people that aren't necessarily there for a short season. They're there for a long time, right? So that becomes harder when there might be this literal bond between you. There's a literal blood connection with you and this person, or soul tie with this person, soul contract with this person. And at the same time, you have to ask yourself, what is most important for you? What is being of highest service to you and to others, really? Because it's not just, okay, am I comfortable? It's not just being comfortable. It's the effects of that. It's the effects of that. If you're constantly feeling uncomfortable, or rather just feeling unseen, unheard, disrespected, taken advantage of, whatever can come to mind, you need to evaluate that for yourself, and you need to evaluate, okay, is this relationship worth this to me, right? Like, is this relationship worth me having to experience this constant, what we call like lower frequencies and lower emotions that are not serving me right now? And maybe in a moment they were, and they could be good teachers, but when it comes to the point where you realize that is holding you back or limiting you from just being yourself and really truly fully loving yourself, then that comes with some evaluations and hard decisions and hard conversations. And I know that I need to have those. Which I've had some in the past, but there comes a point where it's you reach another level to which you just have to go all in. You just have to go all in. And in relation to showing up fully as yourself, going all in on yourself, going all in on the aspects of self that once were shut down, that once were told were not good enough, that once were put to the backside. Bringing them all together, right? And also you can choose which ones may be most helpful at this time, right? But really being intentional of bringing all these aspects of self together to really anchor into this next level. Because it's one thing to maybe put one foot in, maybe knock at the door, peek at the window, that's one thing. But to really go full force, walk through the door, close the door, stay inside, right? Or out, whatever way you want to perceive that. So there's a difference with that. And there's that difference is I would say it's the clarity of what is most important to you. It's the clarity of what is most important to you. And only you can define what that is. Only you know what that is. And this can come back to the question, is it more important for you to be liked by others, or is it more important for you to like yourself? Because sometimes that's what it's going to come to. And I would not want that to be the norm for people, because I think there can be a happy medium where you can love and like yourself and love and like others, and it can coexist, right? But when you're in a situation where there is that choice, what is the choice that you're going to make? And let me tell you, it's not easy. It's not easy. Especially when it's tied to, I would say, just what you can perceive as safety, or what you can perceive as just being supported. And it's a really tricky subject, because you'll only really know if you've experienced this. And as with everything, you'll only really know if you've experienced this. And I would assume that most people have experienced this to some extent, And sometimes the trickiest and hardest choices that we have to make involve the people that we love the most. That we love the most in this lifetime. And, it's beautiful to even think about that, and to even, just be aware of that, because it means that you do care. It means that you're not just thinking about yourself, and you want to be with other people in life, and you want to share life with other people, and it's a beautiful thing.